Hello, Unite. Welcome to my CAD tutorial video for my basic level zipline project. I'm going to start by cutting the cable. To do this, I've started a sketch on my right plane. I'm going to draw a circle on the origin. I'm going to give this a diameter of 4 millimeters, like so. I'm going to finish sketch. I'm going to extrude this out in a distance of 2.5 meters, like so. I'm going to change the one side to symmetric, and that's going to make it 5 meters long, which is the length of our cable. Amazing. The next thing I want to do is CAD the coin. So I'm going to come here onto the front plane, and I'm going to draw a dodecahedron, which is the number of sides that a $12 coin has, 12-cent coin has, 50-cent coin has. Polygon, go on, and I'm going to pick this one here. I go down below. I'm going to do this. Oh, that's wrong. Sorry. You're going to click, and before you click again, you're going to hit Tab to come to this number, the number 6, and you're going to type in 12 there, like so. And now we have our coin shape. We just need to size it correctly. So from one side to the other is 32 millimeters, like this. Okay? And we're just going to leave that there like that, and then come and extrude it and make it 2 millimeters thick, like so. The next step is we're going to start designing our, what would you call it, the carriage. So we're going to create a sketch, and we're going to do on the front plane again, and we're going to start by drawing a rectangle, like so. We are going to make this 50 millimeters by 10 millimeters, and we want to make it so it sits on top of the cable. So I'm going to use a line tool. I'm going to make it a construction line by clicking this button over here or pressing X on the keyboard. And we're going to click our first point, the origin, and our second point, making like a triangle. Come to constraints, go equal, and we're going to click equal to that, like so. That locks it so that it can only slide up and down. And we're going to make this line, dimension it to the origin, and we're going to go 2 millimeters, which is half of our cable width, and that sits perfectly on top. Amazing. We're going to finish sketch, and we're going to extrude this out, symmetric, 5 millimeters, like so. Boom. Okay. If we come here and sit there, you can see it sitting on top. Now, if you come inspect, the inspect drop down, there's center of mass. We can click on our object and then go OK, and you can see its center of mass. Right now, the center of mass is above the cable, which means it'll fall off. We want to have it below so that it hangs nicely. To do this, I'm going to start a sketch on this side panel here, and I'm going to draw a rectangle down like this. Correct? Amazing. I'm going to give this length here 100. I'm going to give this dimension 10, 20, like so. And I'm going to center it on the part. Right now this moves around, but we need to center it. To do that, we're going to do the same technique we used before, line tools, make them construction lines from the origin, there, and there. And then we're just going to make them equal in length. Equal, that equals that. Everything is black, black is good. Amazing. Finally, we're going to extrude this out 10 millimeters, like so. I'm going to get away with 5. Let's go with 5. Yeah, amazing. So we have that there. Now, before we continue, I want to assign these materials. So I'm going to come over here, right click on the body, and go physical material. Open up the drop down, and I'm going to use pine wood, which I've already used, but I'm just going to come down and find it for you. If you go right to the bottom, there's wood. And in wood, I'm going to use radiator pine and apply that to that piece. And then I'm going to come up to the metal tab called metal here, right? Open and close that, make sure that's there. And we're going to come to silver here. And we're going to apply the silver to the coin, because coins are made of 80% silver, if you didn't know. and 20% copper. Amazing.
One eternity later.
Sorry about that, guys. So now we have our materials assigned and our construction built. The next step is we want to make sure that our center of gravity is directly underneath this the wire, otherwise it will fall off to the side. As you can see right now, it is off to the left. So the easiest way to add this weight to the other side is to create a mirror. We're going to come down here, create mirror, and we're going to make sure that we've got feature selected, and then we're going to click the extrude mirror plane as this center plane here, and then we can go OK. And as you can see now, our center of mass is directly underneath. Now we want to add a carriage for our coin. I'm going to put it on the bottom just here. So we're going to create a sketch. We are going to click on this face, and we are going to create an arc, 3-point arc. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, like so. Okay, now we want to make sure this arc comes along like this. We're going to click this line and make sure it's construction, and then coincident it to this dot. Okay. Next, we want to add a construction line from our origin down to the center of this arc. I'm going to go horizontal, vertical. Click here, make it horizontal, vertical. Okay. Finally, we want to make this horizontal and vertical, and we want to give this a size, which we want to make slightly bigger than our coin. So I'm going to go 35 millimeters, like so. All right, and then finally, we're going to use a tangent, which makes an arc touch a line to put this into place. We want to add another one that's just outside, so we're going to go like this. Make sure it's a solid line, not a construction line. Okay. And we're going to add across there and across there. Finish sketch. We're going to go extrude. We're going to extrude this piece and these two little pieces here and here. Okay. I'm going to go symmetric. I'm going to go 2.5. And we're going to make sure it's joined, like so. Okay, now we want to add our coin to the correct location. Right now it's sitting underneath where it should be sitting right here. So we're going to go modify, move and copy. We're going to select our coin. I'm going to drag it out, like so. And we are going to put it where we want it, like there. Oh, maybe a little bit close. There and down. That's roughly where it'll sit. Okay, and make sure that it's, whoops. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to start the sketch here. I'm going to do it on the outside now. And we're going to add a little wall so it can't fall out. So the easiest way to do that is get a line, click on the outside, go to the other outside, and that's going to add all of that in nicely. And we can extrude this face and this face 2 millimeters. Okay. Okay, so now we've got our 50-cent coin in a little cup to hold it. We can see if we change our center of mass to include both the coin and the body, we can see our center of mass is way over on this side, and we remember we want to have it directly underneath. So we need to move the center of gravity to about here. The strategy I'm going to use to do that is I'm going to add another weight to this side, some mass to it. So I'm going to create a sketch here, and we're going to draw a box. Now, wood is lighter than silver, if you didn't realize. So this does have to be bigger than our coin. I'm going to have about there. I'm going to make this 50 mil. I'm going to make this 30 mil. And I'm going to center this onto the part. All right, so this is going to be brought over. Whoops. Bring this over. And we're going to do the same way we did it last time. from the center to the corner, from the center to the other corner, and then we make these two equal in length. Amazing. Now we have this box, and we're just going to extrude it out. Extrude 1, 2, 3, maybe that much. Now, if we look at our center of mass, it's pretty close to being under. We might be able to get a little bit more under if we just edit that extrude and take that 15 to maybe 17. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So now, body 3 is what we need to build. And this is pretty buildable for most of you. Amazing. Thank you very much. See you on Thursday.